So here we are at the worm bin, and I dare to say, is this where it all happens? Is this where it all happens?
Well, all of
Possibly,
it,
yeah.
Pretty
I
much
think
all
so.
of it for worms. That's
For the
sure.
worms.
Yeah, this is a 40-foot worm bin. I have no idea how many red wigglers are in here, which is a type of worm. And we really kind of we raise worms to harvest their castings, which is their poop,
Their poop.
essentially, for vermicompost.
Whole goal for us is to, if you want to build soil, you need the things that actually go into building that. And there's fungus and there's bacteria and a host of other microorganisms. But essentially, fungus and bacteria break down organic matter. They break down like pieces of poop. They break down sticks and dead bugs. They break that down and they turn it back into the nutrients that ultimately feed plants. So for plants to be healthy, they need all these micronutrients. And farming typically focuses on the macro stuff, the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So what we look for are what's going to build the diversity of bacteria in the soil. Because it's not just one type of bacteria. There's just, thousands and thousands of types of bacteria. So worms, as they go through the process of breaking down stuff, they actually eat through woody material and stuff like that. They infuse in their digestive tract, they infuse their casting, their manure, with 48 different types of bacteria.
Wow.
That may not be commonly found anywhere else. So they have kind of like a magic host of ingredients that goes back into the soil. And then all that bacteria continues to go to work breaking down the stuff that needs to be broken down, turning it into nutrients for plants. So as we pick this up, there's just hundreds of worms crawling through the top of this soil, right?
Uh-huh.
And we top dress this with coffee grounds and ground up
Juice scraps.
and
Finely ground carbon, so that would be your
Wood
plant material and wood and things like that.
and poop, and then poop from the cows, which has its own level of bacteria on it coming from the rumen of the cow. But so we go through that whole process, and then they break it down further and release their additional bacteria into the castings, and then we use that as an ingredient to make teas.
Yeah,
you have to look at soil as like the only living alchemizer on planet Earth, right? There's something called the detritus sphere that sort of starts the whole process of dead things breaking down, being turned back into food for live things. And without that flywheel, we do not exist. It's the only thing that really makes us dramatically different than any other planet in the entire universe.
Oh, man.
And we ignore it.
And we do.
We
Yes,
do.
we do.
And now we're starting to realize how important it is. And so now soil science is becoming a thing. People are really starting, even in the early 90s, we know more about probably the surface of the moon than we do the complex nature of what makes happy flywheel circle type soil.